Clocking out at exactly 5 p.m., having a full weekend to decompress, knowing the building you work in meets basic safety standards, we treat these conditions as inherent rights of the modern workplace. Every single one of those standards was carved out through aggressive, exhausting conflict between laborers and management. Yet the gritty history of how those rights were won is actively fading from public memory. When employees lose the historical memory of how their predecessors fought for basic dignity, they lose the exact leverage required to push back against modern exploitation. Preserving the memory of past conflicts provides the fundamental foundation for protecting a worker's future. To see what that preservation looks like in practice, we can look at the regional battleground of Sabah, Malaysia. Here, a project called Tindakan Kolektif, or Collective Action, has built the Museum Pekerjaan. It operates as a digital archive, meticulously cataloging the historical struggles of local unions. One historical flashpoint documented here centers around the workers of Sabah Forest Industries, whose livelihoods were tied directly to the heavy timber. A July 2026 entry in the archive distills their strike down to a single sentence: 118 souls mobilized with one feeling for one purpose. What drives workers to that level of absolute unity? And what kind of political force is unlocked when a scattered workforce finally mobilizes together? The first exhibit in this digital archive focuses entirely on the raw history of Perjuangan Kesatuan, the union struggle in Sabah. The blog organizes these histories under distinct tags like mogok, strikes, and conflict. It is a clear acknowledgement that material progress always begins with material disruption. Historically, corporate management resisted offering any concessions to their workforce unless they were backed into a corner by united physical action. The archive points out the exact demands these workers brought to the street, specifically highlighting the grueling fight to secure a minimum wage of 1,500 ringgit. They also demanded basic social security nets and the establishment of a severance fund to protect individuals against unfair dismissal. Through photographs and first-hand accounts, the archive captures the heavy human exhaustion and the severe personal risk taken by the individuals standing on those front lines. The foundational blueprint of collective action is born entirely out of unavoidable physical conflict. But the definition of collective action has evolved. We are no longer limited strictly to physical pickets outside factory gates. Mobilization is now digital. In May 2026, the movement launched the Musa Manifesto, a new operational strategy designed to modernize how workers organize and communicate. This network map shows how the movement actively integrates modern digital tools, specifically utilizing Gemini AI, to instantly organize scattered data, streamline communication, and amplify their manifesto across the region. Those 118 souls utilize this specific digital infrastructure to coordinate their single purpose in real time, matching the intensity of a physical strike with the speed of an algorithm. Modern collective action now operates as an omnipresent network. It exists physically and digitally, making it impossible for management to isolate organizers or ignore their demands. The ultimate end goal of a strike is not perpetual conflict in the streets. The goal is to secure permanent legislative influence. On May 5th, that influence materialized. The creator of the Tindakan Kolektif archive was invited to moderate a national program organized by KESUMA and the Trade Union Affairs Department of Sabah. The activists archiving these union struggles have transitioned from the picket line to the heart of government dialogue, presenting their research to the departments that oversee labor law. This graphic represents the 4 essential pillars of that dialogue, which now dictate modern union strategy: introductions, union struggles, challenges, and future hopes. The movement transforms a momentary protest into a lasting victory when it secures a permanent seat at the national legislative table. By meticulously archiving their past and fiercely organizing their present, Sabah's workers ensure their voices remain loud. To protect tomorrow, they must organize today and remember yesterday.